Welcome to the month of April. In today's episode, I will be sharing with you the BL series that is set to be released this month. At number 1, we have Stand in Me. It follows the story of Joe and Ming. They were both in a romantic relationship, but Joe didn't know that Ming saw him as a replacement. When Joe discovered the truth, he unalived himself accidentally, but he woke up in another person's body who was also named Joe. This series is set to be released on the 26th of April. It has a total episode of 12. At number 2, we have Love is Like a Cat. Firstly, I'm so happy to see new in a new BL series. It follows the story of a Thai idol who is zoophobia. He falls in love with someone who loves animals. This series is set to be released on the 1st of April. It has a total episode of 12 and it can be watched on Viki. Number 3, we have We Are. It's a university BL series. It follows the story of a group of friends that liked and supported each other in every way. They dealt with so many life challenges together, also solved problems together. This series has for couples and each of the couples experiences love in different ways. It is said to be released on the 3rd of April. It has a total episode of 12 and it can be watched on Viki and YouTube. At number 4, we have At 25 in Asaka. It follows the story of Yuki who aspires to be an actor. He finally had the opportunity to be a lead role actor in a BL drama with a superstar who is also his senior in school. He was approached by Asami to let them form a romantic relationship before their first major role for the sake of the drama character's development. This two later fell in love while working together. It is said to be released on the 19th of April. It has a total episode of 10. It can be watched on Gagawula. At number 5, we have Living with Him. It follows the story of Yurata who is always responsible for his junior once. When he got the news that he was going to the university, he was excited that he could now leave his normal life. But he was not going to leave alone in school. He will live with a roommate. However, this roommate happens to be his childhood friend. Living together brings back a lot of their memories, and they started to develop romantic relationship towards each other. It has a total episode of 10. It is said to be released on the 12th of April. Number 6. We have Memory in the Letter. It follows the story of Axern, a guy who recently moved to a new dorm, found out that there is a novel that was published on a website. The novel matches the story of him and his next-door dorm neighbor. This raised his curiosity and made him want to know the author of the novel. At least he could know the source of the story. This series is said to be released on the 6th of April. It has a total episode of 6 and it can be watched on WeTV. Number 7, we have Boys Be Brave. It follows the story of Jin Woo who had a serious crush on his friend Ying Ki. He keeps his feelings for so long until he could not hold it anymore. It is said to be released on the 18th of April. It has a total episode of 8 and it can be watched on Viki. Number 8, we have Knock Knock Boys. It follows the story of Amin, a guy who is a virgin because he had a long-time crush on someone and doesn't want to be with anyone else. He decides to make a deal with his roommates who is not like him to help him get close to his crush, and if any of them could succeed this mission he would pay for his rent for a whole year. Of course, who doesn't like money? They started their plan on how they could make this work. It's said to be released in April and it can be watched on WeTV.